Oh, you missed the funeral roast, Jack.
No, I'm aware. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna be so honest.
Oh, trust me, the funeral will be going on probably for the remainder of the season because we're moving.
Oh, the season's over.
Yeah.
Welcome to the finale. The season's over. I mean, we only have 19 days left, thank God. And 8 house guests. I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that, but okay.
A bunch of elimination competitions, apparently.
I guess so, but hi everyone. Welcome to the Challenge USA. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. Welcome to Big Brother, I think. I don't know anymore.
This is not Big Brother.
I don't know
Welcome
what this
to Big
is
Hamster Wheel.
Welcome to Big White Locust. Welcome to Big Fuck Up.
Welcome to just Big.
Welcome to Bitch Brother.
Welcome to Bitch Brother. And welcome to the Cup TV. More importantly, welcome to the Cup TV. Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and there will sure be a whole lot of real today. And you can always come here first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay, and I am desperately trying to put a smile on my face because I did have something very good happen to me just before the recording started. But prior to that, I spent about 15 minutes in tears after watching this episode. So that's where I'm at currently. I've still got a pit in my throat. I hated watching every bit of this episode. And I'm drinking a Coke Zero. This is my emotional support Coke Zero. I don't want to hear anything about it. Also, additionally and furthermore, cup mug. You could get your emotional support cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below. If you need to get your emotional support cup mug in order to hold on to something, if you really don't know where you are anymore, if you don't know the show that you're watching anymore, cup mugs are very good for that. And we do ship internationally. Help is out there. I think it's like $7.74 plus shipping. You can get your very own cup mug and hold on to something while you watch the remaining 19 days of whatever fucking bullshit this show is pretending to be anymore. So, yes, and I thank you.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Brook. I'm not passionate about this pop culture. And I will tell you right now, you think the funeral music is going away? Oh, Diva, it's going to be here the rest of the season if I'm on a recording, so be prepared for that. I was not crying. I have gotten numb to the fact that Rachel is gone. I cried all my tears on Saturday morning. But I have been rage-filled for the past 90 minutes since the premiere of this episode. I will tell you right now, this, in my opinion, is the single worst episode of Big Brother I have ever watched. Note that I have seen every episode of Big Brother US and Big Brother Canada. So if that tells you anything.
And Big Brother Over the Top. And there were some bad episodes.
I did watch every episode of Over the Top when it was airing. That is true.
And there were some bad episodes of Big Brother Over the Top. Especially towards the end. There were some really, really bad episodes of Over the Top.
The closest I can compare this to is the Final Four of Big Brother 9. Like, it is up there for me.
Bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I feel so bad for you, Sheila. You got robbed. Beside the point. Agreed. Sheila, mother, come back. I know they never will bring you back, but come back, Sheila.
No.
Love Sheila. Beside the point. Yeah, this is bullshit. This is the worst twist in the history of reality TV, and I'm going to have anger the rest of the rest of the season.
Hi. My name is Jack.
Hi, Jack.
I'm the resident game designer of the panel. This does in fact feel like an AA meeting.
Yeah, it really does.
So, I mean, I've assigned myself the game designer of the panel kind of like as a joke for a long time. It's
Yeah.
probably the thing that differentiates me the most. And you can imagine the fucking horror I've been through watching a format essentially get murdered in front of me. And
Yep.
literally having to watch this past hour and go, oh, they didn't plan shit. They wanted a spectacle, did not calculate any outcomes, and then watched what happened. Yeah, no, this is actually a really, really dark mark on the game, and I mean, we'll get into it. But if you fuckers don't want to have this happen again, my DMs are open and I'm willing to help out. But I don't even have anything. All the tears in my body have been dried out, and all I have is, unfortunately, nothing.
Yeah.
In my cup mug.
Yeah.
Your emotional support cup mug. As a friendly reminder, help is out there.
Yes. Well, this is a very emotional episode for us all. Obviously, Rachel's gone, and it's official. Of course they're here. Hi, Mortician. We hoped you would be here.
I mean,
And
we
yes.
needed a mortician for the dead season. I don't know what to tell you.
I know. I was like, Mortician is here to help us talk about this deceased season. Yes, I agree with this entire statement. I won't say it out loud because, I might still be trying to keep just maybe a tiny shred of hope that maybe CBS will eventually work with us. But whatever Mortician is currently saying on screen, I don't disagree with.
Yeah.
I mean,
um,
can we just say, can I just go ahead and get it out there into the open real quick?
sure.
We talked about pretty much everything that happens on this episode on Saturday. Pretty much the entire thing. Pretty much.
Well, we didn't. Well, okay. Yes and no. We got the complete format wrong. We got the
True.
order wrong. And the panic attacks, the panic attack, the panic attack, and the shuffleboard. So yeah, I mean, we did kind of talk about a lot of it on Saturday. This is not going to be a concise episode recap. We will talk about the episode. Yeah, if you checked out the funeral roast that we did, we talked about things on Saturday. When we found out, when feeds came back on, that Rachel was sacrificed. Now, we see and we saw what happened. Glad to know that I can still just fucking blame Vince.
Yeah, no, this is still bad.
Fuck Vince. And also, fuck Kelly. And also, fuck Ava.
Honestly, I'm going to pull it back a little bit. Kelly did nothing on this particular situation.
Oh, no, just fuck Kelly in general.
Fuck Kelly in general, valid. But like,
Oh, no, I'm just adding her in there because fuck Kelly in general.
yeah.
She did nothing in this episode, which is the most she's done all season.
Furniture.
I'm gonna be real honest. I'm not even gonna blame anyone. We'll get to it. But literally nothing could have happened in this episode that would have changed the outcome as we saw it. Literally, there's nothing that could have occurred.
One thing could have changed the outcome of this episode as we saw it. They didn't do the damn twist.
Correct.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or it could have been done like a Big Brother Canada safety chain, which is what it should have been in the first place. But,
Or the
Sure
person
jam.
just became an automatic third nominee. Or
Yeah.
just couldn't play in the HOH. Or wasn't evicted out a tunnel. A
She was
fucking tunnel? You sent Rachel fucking Riley out a goddamn tunnel?
Making her wait an entire week for her exit interview. Because you just had to do it live, right? Really? Like, I'm sorry. I think we're glossing over that part. Because at first it was like, well, at least they're giving her an exit interview. And then I thought about it a little bit. They literally are waiting a week. Because they know if they would have done the exit interview raw, it would have been unfiltered and she would have said what was on her mind.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't fucking blame her. I wish she would.
I wish she would too.
I think coming into this, with seeing everything that happened, shuffleboard, woo, whatever, it was literally like 4 minutes of the episode. The shuffleboard comp was completely irrelevant to everything, really, other than deciding who went first. We only got to see 3 of the attempts in actuality, because they literally montaged over half of the competition. 2/3 of this competition were montaged. And not even like montaged, like split screen montaged.
With a Tyler Crispin voiceover.
And we even got the mastermind to do the voiceover.
No.
Okay, this is no shade to Tyler Crispin. No shade to Tyler Crispin when I say this next statement. Why was it Tyler chosen for this role? Because to me, you want to have somebody that has that like macabre, like spooky energy. That is not Tyler Crispin. He is a good player. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm not a big fan, right? But if you're trying to get that like spooky, creepy, macabre energy going here, that was just a bad choice off the rip too.
Because they wanted the most basic white man possible to do it.
There are so many other basic white men that could have filled that role. Brett would have filled that role better than Tyler. If we're talking Big Brother 20. If it has to be somebody from Big Brother 20, Brett would have done a better job of this than Tyler.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think Tyler did a horrible job, to be honest. This is honestly the most likable Tyler Crispin has ever been to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, there were no stakes. And he's kind of nice to look at. And he comforted Rachel. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Yeah, honestly, I was surprised that Tyler was kind of just like oh, okay. No, I'm actually okay with your appearance here. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, who are we going to have at a front desk of a basically extremely modernized and not at all with any of the culture around it resort of a tropical place? No, it's going to be someone like Tyler. Let's be real.
It's going to be the most generic white man possible, which is Tyler Crispin. So, yeah, we get the shuffleboard. Ava wins somehow. And the twist is explained in that Ava then gets 10 minutes to decide who goes out to get to do our beautiful snowflake puzzle. Maze bullshit.
Yeah.
And each person that goes after has a minute less time. Now, here's where this goes wrong, in my opinion. Why is it a minute less? This puzzle is not doable in anything. Is not doable in anything under 2.5 minutes.
Brittany barely got it in like 2.5 minutes on Reindeer Games.
Exactly.
Barely.
Exactly.
And that's because she literally did it perfectly.
Exactly.
So I can put my game design hat on here and speculate why they did this. They wanted to emphasize the difference between this in Reindeer Games and this here. In Reindeer Games, it was basically full competition. So here they said, let's make this as hard set social as we can by making the margins more extreme and it very clearly being one side attempting to save itself while the other goes down.
But
unfortunately, this cast is too stupid to figure that part out.
this isn't even okay. But also, the other thing we need to remember here, there is not a way, in my opinion, to create a challenge, an elimination challenge on Big Brother where the loser automatically goes home that emphasizes social strategy. I don't think that's possible. I really don't. You could even throw something at me like a challenge where everybody votes somebody out each round, and then whoever wins at the end gets to start a safety chain and whatever, and last person out is out, right? Cool, whatever, right? That's not even enough for me, because this challenge is based upon physical acumen, pretty much, and a mental acuity under pressure, right? There's no social strategy there. And you could argue to me and say, oh, well, the social strategy is in the chain. Yeah, and look at the person who actually used any semblance of social strategy. Look who went home. Everybody else panicked, and she couldn't do anything about it.
Yep.
This is one of the single most disappointing things. No, I'm again saying this is the worst twist that I think a CBS reality show has ever done. Point blank.
And in the process, they lost one of their most loyal followers and believers in this show. And I can promise you, when Rachel is out of the jury house, which she was sent into on her anniversary, I promise you, she ain't gonna have the same feelings about Big Brother.
So, I'm just going to pull up this tweet I saw earlier, right? This is the possibly incomplete list of people, Big Brother alumni, that have spoken out against production after this twist. And we're going to call it twist with air quotes, okay? Daniel Reyes, June Song, Bo Beasley, Janelle Perzina, Evil Dick, Dan Giesling, Adam Poke, let's see, Brittany Haynes, Reagan, Brendan, Chima, Ronnie, Alyssa, Andy, Steve Moses, which you made Steve come out of hibernation. Congratulations.
You pulled Steve Moses out of the crypt that he keeps himself in.
And Chima.
And Chima. You pulled both of them out of the crypt?
Paul Abrahamian, Josh Martinez, Helen Kim coming out of the crypt.
Period, mother.
Rockstar, Corey Wurtenberger, Zach from this season, Jimmy from this season, Chelsea, Leah, Quinn, America, Kat Dunn, Hannah Chauda, Joseph Abden, Brittany Hoops, and Taylor Hale. And that's not even the full list. That is just a portion of people that would fit on the one. I believe
you can add Hardy to that list as well.
You can.
Yeah.
And also Dr. Will. You can also add Dr. Will to that list because he said something about it too. So, and that's just the short list, right? This is not, and I know a lot of people online, and I've seen Facebook have this take too. And I will say, I'm shocked that Facebook is just as pissed about this as we are. Now, there is some people that's like, oh, well, we didn't want Rachel back anyway, whatever, right? Okay, you're a terrible take.
And honestly, and you know what? In a lot of ways, that argument is valid. I see your argument, and I understand that. Point being, she was back. Deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But even the Facebook people are like, this is bullshit. This is stupid. This is really dumb. When you lose Facebook, casuals.
When you've lost the Facebook casuals, you've lost the plot.
Yeah,
because I mean, Twitter will complain about everything. Let's be real. We will complain about everything. Of course,
we will.
Right? We don't like it when a veto comp is rigged for a big, strong man to win over our plucky underdog woman who we want to make it further in the game. We don't like it, and we complain about it every year. However. I'm not even going to say this was rigged for Rachel to go home. This was just a poorly thought out, terrible, awful decision on the part of production. And Evil Dick's name was said just very quickly because we don't like that man.
Unfortunately, Evil Dick was also part of it, which is a shock in multiple aspects.
Because he doesn't like Rachel. That's the gag. That's the gag of the season.
He said he was
If
going
you
to reach out to her after this to chat after what happened to her, I believe is what he said on Twitter.
If you have united
Evil Dick.
Evil Dick and Brittany Haynes to have the same opinion, you've done something wrong.
Wrong. I agree, Lana. I feel like I've heard this conversation before. I wonder.
It just...
I mean, if you want to come back and air your grievances again, Lana, feel free. No, I'm kidding.
Like, again, I don't, like, look, all we can say is, when it came to the picking, Ava was terrible, asked for volunteers.
Ava was a fucking idiot, and I'm gonna call it like I see it. Ava was an idiot. I'm just an idiot in this game. She's got a lot of apparently redeeming qualities. Playing Big Brother is not one of them. And to play devil's advocate, I understand why she was upset with Rachel, but that's also a Big Brother thing. That is also a Big Brother thing, is to pull people for chats. Literally yank them for chats. She hasn't been able to do a double eviction yet, so she hasn't seen that shit. Because she doesn't watch the show, because the fucking show refuses to cast people who knows this fucking show like Rachel fucking Riley does.
Saw this tweet of somebody posting Michael dragging Taylor and Brittany to the storage room during the double. And Taylor's like, Taylor never asked Michael to apologize. And Taylor's like, he was dragging me because it was an urgent situation and he needed to chat. I don't think he needed to apologize. Right?
No.
And like, again, I understand the fact that, okay, maybe you don't like being dragged someplace, but at the end of the day, you didn't say anything to her when she grabbed your arm.
You could have resisted, Ava. Like, girl, I get it. It's not great. It doesn't look great. But also, you could have said no. And you didn't. So, but also the whole fucking twist is stupid. So,
yeah.
I
will say, I guess there is a world I can see where it's like, hey, Ava doesn't like being touched. Doing this kind of was like for her you just violated my personal space. I'm not going to listen to you. I get that in the moment. It 100%. Is still infuriating that it went down like this because unfortunately that's the reason we keep hearing inside the house, and it hurts to hear that that's the reason why this bullshit occurred. But at the same time, no matter what, this would have occurred, unfortunately, unless one of Rachel's allies gets thrown under the bus first.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So after asking for volunteers... To which Lauren raises her hand. Keanu raises her hand. His hand. Well, he's a little bitch, so her hand. Rachel raises her hand. Who does he pick? Who does she pick? Vinny the fucking lip? What the fuck do you mean? You pick the man you've been shit-talking for weeks, Ava? You picked the man you've been shit-talking for weeks.
Diva, if this is the case and you were almost on the season, congratulations on looking out and not being a part of the worst twist in the history of the show.
Also, this is the strangest place to drop that lore. I'm going to be so honest. Like, of all times, this is the wildest way you could have been like, oh yeah, I was also on this season. Good for you.
Good for you, but let us know your casting secrets and not now, please not now. Vince goes, does the puzzle, we think, because we only got to see him do it for like 30 seconds. and then goes in. He's like, my goal is to protect my allies, Lauren and Morgan. Fuck the judges. I don't give two shits about any of them, even though they've single-handedly kept me in the game. Whatever. And not only does this man literally say fuck you to the judges, he also says fuck you to his closest ally, Morgan, and picks Lauren, which is yet again another massive slap in the face to Morgan that she did not deserve from this man, from this lip.
Yeah. And it was very clear in terms of reasoning that Ava was picking him because she didn't want to make a decision. She was like, well, not my problem anymore. If I select Vince, then we basically just start this comp over, and I didn't do anything. And Vince is actually starting this with 5 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. So easy, so simple. The cast's inability to want to make any decision this season should honestly be studied.
No, because that would require someone to have to watch the rest of the season.
That's fair. Yeah.
Well, we are.
We are by
made
verbal contract.
By verbal contract, of course.
Yep. So he picks Lauren, which should be any indication to Morgan to run the fuck away, but no, of course not. Lauren maybe finishes. Who knows? We only got to see her do it for maybe 20 seconds. Lauren goes in and is basically forced against her will by Vince to pick Morgan. Morgan goes, allegedly completes the puzzle, because we only got to see her do it for about a minute and a half-ish. And then Morgan goes in, and Lauren wants her to pick Kelly. But because Lauren has no spine and won't actually do anything beneficial for her game for real, instead of going to anyone other than Vince to tell Morgan herself that she needs to pick Kelly, Morgan goes ahead and picks Rachel because that's what she wants to do. So Vince has literally, in this one evening, burned maybe all of his bridges. Spoiler alert, no, he hasn't. Because somehow people still want to work with this idiot motherfucker. I don't know how, but point being, I don't get it. But okay. But yes. Rachel goes. I don't even know if she had 6.5 minutes if she was going to get this puzzle.
No.
I just don't think this kind of spatial awareness puzzle is what she is good at, to be honest with you. It's just not her puzzle. And it sucked.
Yeah, I don't think she got how the puzzle really worked, to be honest.
No.
And like, again, this is one of my biggest problems for a puzzle like this, right? With a regular jigsaw puzzle or a regular puzzle, whatever, right? There is at least a general understanding of game mechanics. This is also a problem I have on reindeer games, but it wasn't really seen to the same level on that show. These vertical mazes are difficult to people who don't understand the way the game board operates, right? And like, again, is that really a production issue? I would say no, because that is how certain comps work. Okay, I think of things like the teeter-totter balance puzzle, you know, like that kind of thing. That operates in a similar way, right? But that competition operates under the assumption that nobody knows how it's going to work, and they all have to figure it out as they go. This is a puzzle that if you were in a dentist's office a lot as a kid, you probably played it on the wall. You know what I mean? Like that sort of like turn the little thing on the board to get the little chip to fall around. Like this is something that I've seen. I saw at doctor's offices a lot when I was a kid. Right?
I've
Maybe
done them a lot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe Rachel doesn't have that same understanding, but this feels unfair for a number of reasons. Just the puzzle alone. I'm not even talking about the outcome either. It's God. I'm gonna rant again if I keep talking.
This is something in game design. It's very close to inaccessibility. When you design a game, you should have generally the understanding of how to do something. And I get that everyone had the same time and the same knowledge to learn it. And what sucks is that we could actively see Rachel not understand how this worked at all. We could see that she wouldn't have got it with 15 minutes on the clock. This is a simple error where Rachel does not understand how this game works, and as such, she goes home and there's nothing anyone can do about it. The main question I want to ask is to the producers, why would you have this on this season? Like, let's analyze the full board here. What is the worst case scenario for a two-time legacy player to go out of the game?
Former winner note as well.
Former winner. What's the worst way for her to go out? It's via not Big Brother. It's via a format that is inherently antithetical to Big Brother and what it means. And unfortunately, what you've done is fully throw Rachel out in Big Brother reindeer games instead of Big Brother. And look, I get that you wanted to cast her for that. This is not the time to throw that at her. This is not the time to destroy any storyline of who's going to take out Rachel. Who's going to best Rachel and become the next Big Brother winner? Because the correct answer now is no one. You've destroyed the storyline. And
You've
this
destroyed the season.
You've destroyed the main conceit of the season, and now we all go and go, well, no one bested Rachel. Rachel was basically taken out of the house to be the first juror, and that's it. And now the rest of the house guests have to just figure out what to do. And that sucks from a viewer's perspective. That sucks from a fan perspective. We've already seen what that's done to the feeds. Simply put,
let's also talk about that real quick, because we didn't really have a chance to talk about this as much on Saturday when we were, first reacting to everything going on. Let's talk about the reaction inside of the house, because that has also been catastrophic. Okay. And I don't mean, the game has changed a ton since Rachel got eliminated. Of course it would, because she was the focal point of the entire house. But when we look at the way the players are reacting to this, right? I don't like her anymore, but Ava, Will, Vince, and Morgan all basically said this isn't Big Brother anymore. There's no social strategy. There's no point.
Yeah.
When over half, and that's not even just them. I also heard that Kelly and Lauren had a similar conversation as well. So when most of the house is saying the social strategy doesn't matter in Big Brother anymore, this isn't Big Brother. Like, when we look at Reindeer Games is an entirely different show, right? It's a spinoff, but it's a different format. They're not even living in the house together. They're in the house for filming, and then they would go to a hotel at night. So, like, saying that, oh, this thing worked on this show, it's going to work on this show. It's not a one-to-one.
On a season you've taken off of Paramount Plus because you didn't care enough about it, but you wanted to implement this twist into the game. And like Jack said, worst case scenario, you sent Rachel Riley to the jury out of a fucking tunnel with no fanfare, no applause, no way to save herself other than a 3.5 minute snowflake maze puzzle. That's not the Big Brother we fucking signed up for, CBS. That's bullshit. If you're going to have people watch your show next season, then you need to take a hard look at who you have on your team, and you need to take a hard look at who has been supporting you for years.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to answer those questions for you. We're not going to answer those questions for you. But y'all need to take a good look at who has been supporting you for years and who's been fucking things up for you for the last couple of years. And when we come back for BB28 and things are different, you're gonna understand why. Because you will not have the same fan base you do now.
And the fact that we're not even like, okay, great, this week is done. Anyway, here's another nightmare week for you right after this, which we're going to get into. Like, Jesus fuck.
And then to top all of this off,
Yeah.
the fact that we had to watch Rachel struggle, panic, realize her game was going up in flames because of this puzzle, hear her VO about her game going up in flames, hear her talk about meeting Brendan and having her children, and then hear her lose the puzzle, collapse to the ground,
sobbing.
I think what got me more than anything was Tyler's response, to be honest with you. Tyler had the response that we all had. Just like, I can't right now, to be honest with you.
The face Tyler made as he was hugging Rachel was one of the most angry faces I have ever seen any Big Brother player have when something did not happen to them. I guarantee somebody has got that screenshot already on Twitter. Go look for it if you can find it. Tyler's face is twisted in that moment. And like Rachel is breaking down, obviously, because not only, and we talked about this on Saturday, Rachel will forever go down as the only player in the, I hope and pray to God, the only player in the history of Big Brother to never get voted out during a season. Sorry, never even be nominated during a season and be a juror.
Correct.
Yeah.
Can you not hear how fucking insane that sounds? Can you not hear just how dumb that is? Because, and again, we've talked about how you could fix this twist. There are so many ways to fix this. So many. Have them compete in the shuffleboard comp. Let Ava start a safety chain. The last 3 people that aren't on the safety chain compete in the snowflake puzzle. And whoever finishes it in the fastest time is safe from the eviction. And the other 2 people are up on the block and one of them goes home.
Yeah.
And you know what? How I know that works and people liked it? Because they did it on Big Brother Canada and it was perfect. Nobody complained. Minus the outcome. We didn't like the outcome. But yeah, I'm telling you, it's a twist that worked and would work if you did it again. Or
there is another way
it's
to
never
do
been
this.
done in US.
There's another easy way to do this as well. You can keep almost everything the same. Simply put, if someone fails, they go on the block. And then at the end of the night, everyone can vote between anyone who failed.
Yeah.
Literally, it's that simple to keep the exact same structure as your show, and you're just expanding a block. Yes, it unfortunately turns it into more of Survivor, but you've already decided that it doesn't matter anyway. So let's make it more interesting. Let's do some poisoning, like all of that typical stuff. Call it like nomicide or something. Like I don't know.
Respond to this real quick? I've seen a lot of people saying that they should bring Rachel back. And you know what? I don't think they should bring Rachel back. And let me tell you why I don't think they should bring Rachel back. I think this deserves to be a permanent stain on Big Brother production. And also, I don't want Rachel and Brendan to have to go through this kind of bullshit again, because it would probably happen by the end of the season anyway. Not to mention that Rachel has now been eliminated from the show, and her win equity would plummet if she did come back. Although it didn't seem to hurt Jag very much, so I don't know. The rules don't apply anymore. You're correct, Mortician. I 100% agree with you. But at the end of the day, production needs to own this one. They did it to themselves.
Yeah.
And as much as we want to talk about how everybody's been saying online, like, oh, you know, people are only upset that Rachel went out. I mean, Rachel going out is obviously the worst case scenario for the season. But we mentioned it on Saturday. Even if we don't care for Kelly, we don't really care for Ava anymore either. It would have been not just as bad, but it would have felt wrong for the same thing to happen to any of them.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Survivor had a challenge where the last person to finish just got eliminated and there was no vote. And even Survivor that's been taking away people's votes with like advantages and disadvantages and whatever, they've never went that far to not have a vote to send people home, except for the tribe pick and Palau.
Yep.
And they said it was terrible and they'd never do anything like it ever again. And even then, that was a schoolyard pick, and those people went home because they literally were just not the people wanted to work with. Cringe.
Yeah. It just, I mean, and we'll talk about it a bit later, but there's some other notes of like, you saw one extra competition work last season to provide interesting outcomes. And unfortunately, what the producers have learned from that is that if they add more competitions, that's good. Which, on one hand, when you had like, I don't know, the have and have not cons, that was fun. And you know what? Yes, I agreed with you there. Unfortunately, you've decided that competitions should always hold power. And that's the part that unfortunately is now throwing us into this situation. And I want to trust the Big Brother team to learn from this, but unfortunately, I think we're going to continue to get competitions holding more and more power moving forward. And not even the equitable comps will save that.
Can we also just remind ourselves that since Big Brother 16, they have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried to add another competition into the show to shake up the format. And pretty much every single one of those competitions was either irrelevant or absolutely hated by the fan base. Okay? Battle of the Block, icky, bad. We didn't like it. The Roadkill comp in Big Brother 18, same thing. The Temptation comp in 19, same thing. The Hacker comp in 20, same thing. The Basement comp in 22, same damn thing. The High Roller Room was at least fine. It wasn't awful, but it didn't do a ton for the whole game as a whole in 23. 24, they didn't do anything comp related, but they did the freaking split house twist, which almost ruined Big Brother that season. Let's not forget about that. And then we had to deal with the freaking superpower competition in 25 that completely upended the game and changed the outcome. And last season, we had to deal with Janky World, which in and of itself is not inherently competition related, but the fact that we could have had 2 vetoes get played in the same week for no reason. Oh, not to mention the opening 2 night comps, which completely changed the trajectory of week 4 of that season. So in reality, they have been trying to reinvent the wheel for years. And you finally got one out of like 10 tries that people were at least okay with. The AI arena worked for the most part. It wasn't perfect, but it kept things interesting. It made the pre-jury a little bit more fun, and we liked it. So you bring it back. Cool. That does not mean adding a new competition 24/7 is going to work. The reason the AI arena works is because it doesn't fundamentally change how any of the game mechanics work, except that it's 3 people that could go home on eviction night. That's it. Nothing else changes. This removed the most central aspect of Big Brother, which is the vote. Shameful.
Can we jump to live feed spoilers? Because I can't say what I want to without doing that.
Okay.
Sure. If you, for some reason, are this far in and you care about live feed spoilers, now is your time to dip. You got a 5 and a 4 and a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Bye.
Unfortunately, they've managed to also screw up the BB blockbuster by having it continue. I genuinely cannot understand the decision that has been made to extend the BB blockbuster to Final 7, if not Final 6. It is an asinine decision to say, you know what, in the same way that we had the POV go until it is physically undoable, let's have the AI arena do the exact same thing. Now you have the HOH who will then have to deal with being able to be backdoored for the first time, potentially have to put up half the house. I genuinely cannot understand that decision because it just, like, look at the numbers of the game, look at why you stopped it last season. It stopped in the correct place. You have now extended it past its lifespan and spoiled the only thing you could. It's genuinely impressive. And it's annoying on a game design sense because on paper, this doesn't make sense. On paper, having the HOH in Final 7 or Final 8 be forced to nominate half of the house in a single week. No, sorry, in their eyes, because they only have 7 possible options, more than half the house. Guaranteed next week, not necessarily guaranteed this week, but still.
She did.
She still had to, but that should never be an option. Especially not when you're just starting Jerry. We had a good thing going, and now it's gone, and now we're just going to have to enjoy the remaining 2.5 weeks of the season because that's where we're at.
I want to ask a very real question to my fellow panelists, and also whoever's left in the live chat. I'm asking you this question too. When you first started watching Big Brother, whatever year that was, what was the thing that kept you coming back? Real question. because for me, the thing that kept me coming back was two things. One, I thought Donnie was funny as hell, and I wanted to see what he was going to get up to the rest of the season. So shout outs to Donnie for being one of the very few house guests I can still stand by after all these years, being one of my original favorites. But two, I just really loved the game and the way the game worked. You know, and like, I was a Survivor fan before I was a Big Brother fan, so I can honestly say that Big Brother wasn't my introduction to these competition reality shows, like these gamified reality shows. But seeing how, I'm going to have to give Derek props here, and I'm going to vomit for doing that, but seeing how Derek maneuvered through the house on Big Brother 16, right, and bent a broken version of the game to his own will and made it work was engaging to me at the time, right? And then watching Vanessa and Steve do it in 17, and watching Franzel to a degree, and Paul and Davon and everybody else doing it on 18, it kept me coming back every year. And even when Big Brother was bad, like 19 and 21 and 22, I can at least say that the game had a chance to feel like Big Brother. Because even, in my opinion, the worst season to watch of Big Brother, actively Big Brother 22, at least Davon won the veto that one time.
Correct.
I don't think this is Big Brother at all anymore. And that sucks.
Yeah.
Live feed spoilers. Lauren won the HOH. She had the fastest time on the snowflake. She put up the 3 remaining Black House guests in the house, which is choices. So it was Morgan and Ashley and Will on the block. Morgan was her target going into the veto. We do know that the veto was BB Comics. Morgan won the veto. I'm sorry, I just want to get this over with at this point.
I mean, sure.
I mean, I wasn't trying to monopolize the conversation.
Go right ahead, hon. No, okay. You're good.
Morgan won the veto. Use it on herself. A lot of pressure in the house to put up Keanu. Lauren does so. So final nominees for the week are Keanu, Ashley, and Will, who will be competing in the Blockbuster on Thursday for some fucking reason.
And in most likely scenarios, Ashley will be evicted on Thursday.
No, not anymore.
It's probably still going to happen because Morgan and Vince are still idiots and dumb and stupid. Yes, I've seen what happens or what's been happening. Yes, I see that Morgan is trying to flip Vince. No, I don't think it's actually going to stick. No, I don't think they're actually going to evict Will.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
Ashley's putting in work. Ashley's putting in a major amount of work to stay. Because let's be honest, Keanu's probably winning the Blockbuster. It's kind of a given. Keanu goes if he is on the block against either of them. That is the scenario. In the Ashley Will scenario, as of right now, it does still look, unfortunately, very likely that Ashley goes. But Ashley is putting in a lot of work. Morgan is desperately trying to keep Ashley, but I don't see Vince keeping Ashley in any scenario, unfortunately.
The interesting thing, though, is that Kelly has been talking about possibly voting out Will because she thinks that Ava would save Will over her if they were on the block against each other, which is correct. She would.
Which is correct.
Kelly having a good read once again is interesting.
I just don't see any of it sticking, to be honest with you, because Kelly is a woman hater. So
we've unfortunately seen these house guests fail to make any logical decisions or any decisions that would potentially actually sway things.
Well, I mean, actually, let's be real. For Kelly's game, the person she needs to take out is Ashley. So
Yeah.
actually, the logical read for Kelly's game would be to take out Ashley. Kelly doesn't have a fucking game. And unfortunately, the reality of our situation that we're currently sitting in is there is a likely chance Kelly Jorgensen wins this fucking season of Big Brother. And that's stupid. That's fucking stupid. But that is a likely outcome of this fucking season at this point.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple options of people who would make logical sense at this point. Unfortunately, if Keanu wins, the producers get told that competition wins can actually just outright win you the game, and that Jag wasn't a fluke, which is a massive issue. If Kelly wins, we're all in hell, and this will probably be the last season of the show.
If Lauren wins, at least a superfan won. And that's honestly kind of what I'm holding on to at this point.
I'm
But it
holding
also
on to
shows-
one thing. I'm holding on to one thing. I'm holding on to the possibility that Ashley Hollis will find a way out of this one. And that is
I'm holding on to the possibility that the blockbuster this week is reading legal text. Because if it is, Ashley Hollis will win the blockbuster and Keanu will go home.
I'm holding on to the possibility that it might be something like the agility competition, the rope on the rope around the puzzle. Keanu's a big guy. Traditionally, that's not a competition that they really succeed in. Although, to be fair, Xavier won that comp, so you never really know.
But yeah. And to make matters even better, y'all, Will injured himself again during BB Comics.
Yep. So Will basically cannot do any sort of physical comp whatsoever. So great.
Maybe they'll make it a puzzle then. Maybe it'll be a nice puzzle, and that to make it equitable. I don't even know. I don't really care
even then, honestly, maybe that's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Because I think Keanu stands a damn good shot at beating either Ashley or Will in a puzzle.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This really does.
I do want to highlight Mortician's message because we did.
Yes.
And I agree with you completely.
Mortician,
yeah.
totally fine. And it was like watching human chess. This is like watching human tiddlywinks. You kind of like press the tiddlywink down and you hope it flies in the right direction, but in the end, it's not ultimately an exact science.
This season turned into watching a chess bot not understand how chess works. And the inventor of the inventor of the bot kind of just went forward and went, you know what? Actually, let me fix this. Let me make a couple moves for you. And after a while, the inventor got sniped through the head, and the bot is just left to its own devices. Like, genuinely, now we're going to watch this chess bot somehow make a knight, a king, the queen will win, and then somehow they'll win Ludo. Like, it genuinely doesn't matter.
This season turned from 4D chess to apples,
And that might be a bit disgraceful to apples, honestly.
Yeah.
Candyland. This turned into fucking Candyland. You pull a card and you hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's all we can really do at this point.
I like apples to apples because at least these people keep talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And nonsense.
Sure.
So
it turned into a game that ain't Big Brother. That's the important part. So let us know in the comments. Let us know down below why you're disappointed, because we know you are. Every single one of you are disappointed at this point.
We'll be back tomorrow, I think. Maybe. Who knows? It certainly is. That is the right word for this season. Indeed and indubitably. But We will certainly probably be back in some capacity if we haven't rage quit the season by tomorrow night. We'll potentially be back on Thursday, probably not Saturday. Fuck it at this point.
There's no unlocked.
There's no unlocked. So, yeah, we'll be back. Thanks for being here with us through an hour. I want to close with just in general a statement because and I said a little bit of this on Saturday, but I just want to echo some of these things. I was really excited on night one when we got what we were hoping to see, and that was Rachel Riley walk down those stairs and grace us with her presence back in the Big Brother house after 15 years. A thing I never thought we would ever get. I thought Traitors Season 1 was the best we were going to get. And to see Rachel play Big Brother again, to see my favorite winner of Big Brother play Big Brother again, outdo anything she's ever done, play some of the best Big Brother I have ever seen play, and to be taken out like this is heartbreaking. I spent a lot of time crying over Rachel. Rachel means a lot to me. And thanks, Rachel, for doing a lot to renew my love of Big Brother this season. It's a shame that all of that went up in flames over the course of 48 hours this weekend. But thanks for everything you've done for the Big Brother community. And we're sorry that this is how your last season has ended, because you did not deserve that in the fucking slightest.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
So with that, from way outside the Big Brother house, from all of us, from all of the Cup TV, because I know we all share this sentiment, love only yourself and love Rachel Riley. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.